breathe
So
there.
I'm just gonna kind of sit here and let that happen.
Let me
well.
see here. Well, ooh, mage tanking right now. I'm pulling one of these things. Oh, there we go. Tank should still tank. That kind of seems like an obvious thing.
DPS on the barrels, yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. I wonder why they... No, I understand why they did that. I was about to say, I wonder why they made it so you can't release your spirit. You die in the boss fight, but then I thought about it, you know, people who release spirit right in the middle of a boss fight and don't get loot at the end. So I guess it's, again, it's a nicer way of Blizzard telling us we're retarded, and they're working to fix it.
We definitely didn't lose our tank.
Well, is he AFK?
He just appears to be hanging out in the corner right now and not really wanting to do his thing.
Where's he at?
Let's see here. Where is our tank? He's on the other side of the door.
Oh. Oh, that's nice. Oh, he chased. Oh, he chased the.
Yeah.
He chased the monkeys down. Yeah, I bet he did. Oh.
Oh, like that. Like the last time we were on here.
Oh yeah.
He chased the monkeys all down the stairs.
No, I couldn't figure out where they were running. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get these guys, and then everyone's yelling at me to get the hell back up the stairs, and I'm like, what the hell are you guys?
Yep.
Oh, he did disconnect though.
He did. Well, he did disconnect, didn't he? I mean, that's why he didn't make it to the other side of the doors, because he was too busy being disconnected.
Probably.
I feel like this is most likely going to be a wipe unless this healer is just awesome.
Well,
it is an 87 priest, so
yeah.
we shall see how long the mana holds.
It's going pretty low right now.
Yeah, because we don't have... I'm the only person riding these barrels right now into the big giant boss monkey.
How much damage do those actually do?
It appears to be doing about 78,000 each barrel that I ride into him, which I kind of almost feel like I'd be doing more damage casting.
Yeah, well, I guess when you take, you know, when you have like 5 or 6 people, or sorry, like 3 or 4 people running into the barrels constantly. That's
especially because you'll be able to grab them. Yeah, because that one did about 81,000 damage. Now I have to chase down a barrel before it smashes into the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna rock my DPS in the boss. Maybe pop Time Warp?
Yeah,
why not? I mean, the only thing we can do at this point is die, so might as well make it a glorious death.
Yeah, I mean, he's at half health. The healer seems to be doing alright on mana. The tank, the DPS tank isn't really hurting at all, so I'm pretty sure he can get it. See what we got going on over here.
So, as far as, I know we asked this last week, but are you still stuck? Are you still planning on playing the road coming into this next? Because I know that I have changed my mind now.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know. Like, I wanna have that. Like, you know, with all the changes coming in Pandaria, I want to have that, you know, that good experience leveling up the first time. So I'm really torn between it. I think what I need to do is, since I played the Rogue now, you know, the Rogue, he's only 88, but, you know, I'm thinking of pushing him to 90, and then hopping on a Druid and playing him to 90, and, you know, playing them both, because I know the raid testings are out now, and playing them both and then seeing which one I like better. That could take a good bit of time, and also apparently I don't want to do a projected date, but apparently we might possibly be looking at a closer release date now. So that's another thing. I may not have time to do it with both of them. So
yeah.
But I don't.
I remember hearing about that too. That closer projected release date, possibly.
Yeah. Well, I know we talked about it earlier today, but just seems like with the box art lead coming out, and actually going to Battle.net right now. Yeah, as you can see, there's an upgrade available whenever you get into your thing, into your account page. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm waiting. I'm still gonna say that, you know, I'm looking at like a later. Oh, I didn't even realize. Can I use swords? I think I can. Does this actually have a model to it? I don't know. I'll check it. I'm getting a teabag. That's not cool.
Yeah, we're trying to point the healer in your direction so that way he can res you.
Can't find my corpse. I'm right in front of you, dude.
Not letting me res. Why? I don't know. Why is that, healer? Maybe you should move around.
Odd.
So I don't think we got a chance to talk about this too much last week. Did we talk about mass summon?
Mass summons?
Mass summons.
No, I don't believe we did.
And how they will no longer be existing in Mr. Pandaria.
Oh, really? So the guild perks, they're taking that guild perk away?
They are taking that guild perk away. They have not confirmed. I believe they are keeping mass resurrection still. But as far as mass summon goes, it is going away officially in Mr. Pandaria.
I wonder why that is.
What they are aiming to try and do here is bring back more the social aspect of the game.
Okay.
For players to be running to their raid, to see what there is to see in the world. Instead of just saying, okay, well, we have one guy flying out, we got our group together, he's going to summon us, and we're just going to start raiding. Maybe it gives the player each week a different chance to be able to actually fly out to the raid, see what's going on, fly down, because I know that I've done it quite a few times, flown down the Caverns of Time to go down to Dragon Soul raid. Done it a lot. And so just traveling down the Caverns of Time while getting prepped and getting ready to raid, it kind of always brought a little bit of joy, I guess. I don't know, because you're flying down this tunnel, you see space surrounding you, you see these little buildings kind of tucked away in the corner, and I don't know, just it really kind of ties in and brings you into the raid, I feel like.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, maybe not everybody got to experience that. So I think what they're trying to do by getting rid of mass summon is enable that player maybe the opportunity to get to run down to the raid if they want to. If not, I mean, you always got other ways to summon, of course, with the summoning stone, you got summoning portals. But as far as mass summon goes, it's going away.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing because you always get the people who especially pugs are the worst. You get into a pug and then no one wants to run. No one wants to go to the summons, and there's always one person doing it. Or if that doesn't work, there's always one person who's AFK, or one person who's, oh, I didn't get the summon, or my summon didn't work, or oh, hold on, I'm doing something. So I can see why I did it, but I guess it's a convenience thing. I guess it's a way to get people more involved, which I guess it's a step in the right direction.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things. It's like they're taking a good bit of things, good and bad. Not necessarily bad, I wouldn't say bad, but just interesting things. Like things I never would have guessed. Yeah. They would have taken out or put in.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely nice to see kind of the older aspects come into the game, especially now in Miss Pandaria tabards. All the new tabards will not be giving dungeon reputation anymore.
Yeah, I did read about that. You know what? Honestly, I think that's a good thing because I can tell you from personal experience, like not that I'm lazy with reputation, but just there's only certain reputations I feel that you should, if you want to get exalted with, is for a reason. And
exactly.
I can go through all my druid, any characters I leveled through Wrath of the Lich King, and I look. Oh, I just got an achievement. Find a way to get Hosen Klinger to let go into Storm Stop. Where are we? Oh, there was apparently somebody up on top. That's cool.
We made him let go.
But
that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So, but no, like I can look through, and I may only have one or two reputations that exalted for vanilla, maybe one actually, maybe probably the same number for Burning Crusade. Whereas the Lich King, I have every single faction, except the Taluk or the little walrus fishermen. Those are the only ones I didn't have maxed out, and it takes away from like the sense of entitlement or the sense of achievement when you get something like that.
I agree.
It's like
because just being able to equip a tabard, run through a few dungeons, and then hit exalted, it's just not the same feeling.
Right. Like if you want to exalted, you're an exalted, you get discounts. Maybe that'll work in. They'll bring better rewards, or just better rewards, better discounts, stuff like that overall, because you're not actually. Not everyone has it. So maybe that'll being exalted with something will unlock a little better things than it did previously, which would be nice because it almost felt like having exalted reputation with the faction of Wrath of the Lich King was completely pointless. Like there may have been some minor upgrades that they were like not much. I think they were like 230 or whatever the item level was at the time.
Yep.
But just it doesn't. I don't know. When I think Exalted, I think, oh wow, I had more work for that. And I guess they're just trying to bring back that partial nostalgia back into the game.
Especially now, too, because if everybody remembers, they're no longer making head enchants and shoulder enchants come from reputation vendors. So now, like, people may have been saying before, like, oh, well, them taking out these tabards is going to make it harder for me to grind my reputation. Okay, well, now it's not necessary to grind that reputation if you don't want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can go through the entire game without getting reputation, and you won't be any better or worse of a DPS, as a healer, as a tank, as whatever.
Right.
You won't be any different than anybody else. Because you can get all those other enchants through other in-game items.
Right.
So it no longer becomes something you have to do.
Yeah, and I personally thought that was the wrong way to go, especially for the enchants. Like, hey, you can only get into our raid if you have this head enchant and this shoulder enchant. When you think about it, that's two different reputation factions you have to grind to Exalted.
Yep.
And if you have a multiple spec, you're a druid or a paladin, or you're going for like the DPS or healing or tanking healing, then that's another reputation faction you got to pound out.
Exactly.
And it just seems unnecessary. Like, I see why they did it. They want to make you work for it, but I'm not upset that they pulled it out of the game at all.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the fact that they did pull that out of the game finally, and that they kind of just made it into something that's enjoyable for you to do. If you want to do it on your own free time, then by your own free will, go ahead and do it.
Right. Like I said, hopefully that'll open up more options for better rewards, or better mounts, or possibly even titles or anything along the sorts.
Oh, I'm sure eventually there's going to be titles. There's going to be at least one faction mount, that out there. There's going to be something.
Oh yeah.
And even if there isn't, I'm sure there's going to be something equally as worthwhile to do, if not just for lore's sake. Because I know I like to read and understand what's going on with the game and see how the characters that I'm playing with during quests are actually being involved in the game that I play.
Right.
So I always enjoy just running the quest for at least just the first time around. If I don't ever do the faction again, if I run through it one time around just to see what's going on, I feel accomplished in the fact that I at least somewhat know what's going on with my game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely nice to every once in a while just read what's going on and understand. Okay, I'm doing this because of this, and I can test that. I'm sure I'm guilty to it. We've all done it. Just picking up a quest, hitting accept, and then looking on the sidebar here like, okay, I've got to kill 7 out of 10 tribesmen, and then you click on a little button, and then it opens your map. It's like, okay, I got to go 10 feet this way, or something like that.
Exactly.
So we're all guilty of doing it, but that's kind of game role-play style. If you want to read the whole thing, then you damn well can. If you just want to pick up the quest and do it, then of course you can. So,
yep.
I've always enjoyed questing though. I've never I can dungeon grind, but as far as the people who do the races to the max levels, I couldn't do that because I imagine it's a lot of grinding, and I know there's certain ways to do it. Like the people who, the person who's gonna hit level 90 first has already got it planned out. He knows exactly where he's gonna go. He knows exactly what he's gonna do. Who's gonna be with him. He's got people, helping him out along the way. But I don't know. I couldn't subject myself to just sitting down and grinding like that. I enjoy. Don't get me wrong, I love dungeon stuff, but there's only a certain amount of time I can do these dungeons before they get old. And I do enjoy questing, and I do enjoy getting all that fun, just taking in the expansion. I like to experience as much as I can with a new expansion. And if questing, if reading quest text and actually watching the cinematics and understanding what's going on when someone does it, then that's what I'll do.
Yep. Let's see. I believe that MMO Champion recently released the new tokens, and it appears that your Vanquisher token and the Conquer token are remaining the same. Vanquisher is going to be Rogue, Death Knight, Mage, Druid, and your Conqueror is going to still be Paladin, Priest, Warlock. Your Protector token, Warrior, Hunter, Shaman originally, is now going to have the Monk class added onto it.
Oh, okay.
So, I know there's a few people thinking that they were going to make an all-new token. We were going to have 4 tokens to go through. Because we'll now have 9 classes, so
Yeah.
that's a lot to split between 3 tokens.